Ended up in a fight, not a physical fight, but she did pull a knife. She was like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lee and I'm back with another video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Shirley Fullerton and I'm a lifestyle vlogger. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, I invite you to subscribe, turn that post notification bell on, and welcome to the family, period. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the love and support. You can see I'm in my yellow. I'm feeling bright, I'm feeling sunny, shiny, excited because the weather is great, the sun is shining, and it feels like, you know, it's time to go out in the sun, have some fun, do something just something very fun to take the stress away if you're stressing, by the way. I hope you like my glasses. I know it's a no makeup day today because it's like in the morning and I'm yet to get my chores done, but I wanted to get this video in before I get tired because it's been a minute since I uploaded anyway. I find like I started to slack off a bit, you know, because like life has been so hectic. Like I've been working all night, all day, and by the time I get home, I'm not able to do a vlog because, you know, vlogging is a job by itself. We all know this. So sometimes I had to forego one, and yeah, but because I love you guys, I just want to get this video in today. So let me just take a sip. That was refreshing, especially for this hot weather that we have out there. I'm not complaining. Today's video, I want to talk about my toxic relationship. And I'm so glad that I got out. So ladies, you might just want to get a pen because I might touch on some things that you may need to keep in mind and be aware of, or you might need to pull the book out of your back pocket just to reference, you know, when things start to mess up in your relationship. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rename the individuals. So my ex, let's call him Jack, and let's call the other woman Jane. So it started back in my early 20s, maybe no, not even my early 20s. I was in my late teens. I remember clearly I just gotten my ID card, and I believe at the age of 16 is where, you know, you can register for an ID card. So I met this guy and he was all cute and thing because at then, you know, I was so immature. I was so focused on looks, and I want this guy, he must be fair, he must have straight hair. So I met him. You know, we hit it off really well. We go out a few times, went home by him, met his family. He met my family because he used to come by me as well. He would have met my cousins and stuff. Now, eventually, later on in the relationship, because we ended up being together for like several years, and then my mom was made aware of it. So he left, and we kept in communication. He would normally come back on vacations, we would hang out and stuff. We got to that point where he wanted to get married. And I was really happy because I was looking forward for that. You know, I was like already thinking about, oh, I'm gonna have this cute baby and my baby's gonna be so pretty and how I want a girl child. Anyway, before I continue with that, are you loving my hair this morning? I think this is a lazy hairdo that I do whenever I can't really, or when I don't have the time to comb my hair in a slick bun or anything. This is just a quick go-to style. I'll see if I can do a video on how I achieve this look. I don't know, I'm not promising. I said I'll see. But back to the story. Oh, my baby's gonna be so pretty and so cute and everything. But because I wasn't in a place in my life where I could have taken on the responsibility of handling a wedding and so forth, you know, those plans weren't made, but the intentions were there. I myself moved to the same country where Jack was, right? And of course now we're there together, we spending weekends together, and going places, and we built that relationship. It was really strong. As women, we have an intuition, we have this gut feeling that something isn't right. So I went over by him, I found this girl picture. That's ping, red flag. And I asked him, I said, whose picture is this? By this time, I'm now in my early 20s. He told me it was his ex. Why do you have a picture still? Probably give me some lame excuse and I bought it. As I mentioned before, I would usually go there on a weekends, spend some time. So now instead of just Jack and Jane, let me name this third person, Mary. I was at Jack that evening. We were just relaxing, watching TV, the door was open, and then suddenly, bam, Mary walked through the door. And when I looked at Jack, Jack's eyes opened big. Jack was like, oh, and then he was like, Shelly, this is Mary. Mary, this is Shelly. Mary was like, I don't know who the hell is Shelly, and you never tell me there's a Shelly. And she walked to the kitchen, started washing wares, started acting like the woman of the house. And I was in shock. I was like, what the hell is happening? You know, after all this time, I've been spending time with him, spending weekends by him, and he still had time for Mary. Mary ended up in a fight, not a physical fight, but she did pull a knife. She was like, I am staying here and I don't know where she's sleeping. So now, remember, I'm still in my early 20s, never been exposed to this thing. And I said, I'm staying here too. But eventually, like, she was in another relationship. Yeah, this is like a whole network of something. She was in a relationship, so she could not have slept over. I eventually left because I felt that was nonsense. Like, how can you do this to me? I called a friend to pick me up and I was really, really hurt. But Jack, being his usual self, called and apologized and begged. He loved me. All the BS that comes with it. And of course, I bought it because I was naive, so don't judge me. So I mentioned a few red flags. One, finding the picture of the ex and he says it's just a friend. So that is a red flag that you need to know. Like, why is your partner having a picture of his ex? And this other girl that came to the house. All the time, I've never observed any other red flags, but I don't even want to get into all these details. But let's fast forward now to the big explosion of the girl's picture that I had found. So when he went home, we would usually talk in the afternoons and weekends. We would call. Back then, we used to use Messenger a lot. And I even have receipts from our Messenger conversation. I don't know why I still have them, but I just have them in the archives. So I was calling him. He wasn't taking the call. Finally, when the call was taken, that's Jane who answered the phone. She was like, who is this? I said, this is Shelly. She said, Shelly? I said, yes. I said, well, I am Jack's girlfriend. She was like, Jack's girlfriend? I am Jack's girlfriend. That time they were heading on a date when my call came in. So you know that caused a whole problem because women, we just don't see another woman calling our guy's phone and take it so easy. It happened that she called me and we had a conversation and then we get to understand what's up. They never broke up. You know, Jack and Jane never broke up, but he was lying to me. He was having a life, like a double life. So it's like here he wanted to marry me, and then on the other end he even asked Jane to marry him. So how was he going to split himself? So she told me he was going to marry her, then he was going to marry me. So I don't know how the hell he was going to do it. Guys, how do you marry two women at the same time? Well, say for the ones that actually do it, but I'm talking about, this is the culture where it is known that this individual would only marry one. They wouldn't marry two because it's not their culture. He started calling me. Oh, I need to call Jane and tell her that I'm lying, that I was never his girlfriend, and that I should encourage her to be back with him. Like, what guy is gonna do that? What guy that claimed to love you so much is gonna ask you to do that, right? And why I said this is a toxic relationship, even though I caught him cheating a few times. Yes, I found out about people started calling me and telling me that I need to call Jane and tell her I am sorry and let her know that she should be with Jack, and then Jack said if I do that, then he's gonna talk to me, or if I don't, I will never hear from him ever. Well, I still don't hear from him ever. Actually, before I even found out that he was actually still with this girl, he knew about my kidnapping. And he was like, oh, we're gonna get through this together. He gave me all the comforting words, and oh, he's gonna love me forever. And then in just a few days, I found out that he had a relationship home and giving me the ultimatum of telling the girl that, lying to the girl so that he could talk to me. But I said, I'm not doing that. I said, fix your nonsense yourself. He even had his sister calling me to tell Jane that what I was lying about it. He used to come at my place, all my friends knew him, and you want me to tell Jane that, oh, you was never with me? Oh, I'm not gonna do that. So eventually the girl left him. She left him. She's no longer with him, and him and I broke up, but we kind of remained friends for a short while. Eventually we lost contact, and that was the end of it. I am just happy that it's no more. Even though I really, really loved him, I loved him, and because I loved him so much, I couldn't have gotten into other relationships. Like every time I got into other relationships, I would break up because I keep thinking that I would go back with him, or that Jack will come back to me. And that was so naive of me. But I hope that you girls don't ever have to go through that experience that I went through. I got really, really slim. It was a really stressful time for me. And I know I don't ever want to be in such a place in my life ever again. And I wish that you don't ever have to be in that place in your life. But I'm sharing this story all in all to tell you that you need to recognize these red flags from the beginning or during. Just go with your gut feeling. Don't allow yourselves to be played, girl. You're beautiful, you're a queen, hold your crown up, and just don't be manipulated by him. That is all I wanted to share. You can share this video with a friend who may have gone through similar things. The story may help them to develop the courage to get out. This story really stemming from hearing stories of domestic abuse and women who are in relationships where they're not happy and the guy is abusing them. We all know how some of those relationships can end up. Seek help and be confident in yourself. So with that being said, I've come to the end of today's video. Just feel free to like this video, because by liking this video, you let YouTube know that there is something about this channel or about this video that they can push, right? Depending on you guys, do like this video, comment, share, and if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. So until then, stay safe. Bye.